Well, it is Monday night. So, first off, can everybody hear me okay? Got things set up here a little bit different tonight. See, we got a few people in here. So, for those of you that are maybe wondering, Sherry is still down. It's taking her a little time to get healed up here. So she's still down, and the guest that we had scheduled for tonight cannot be here, so at least we didn't have to cancel them. Anyway, kind of decided to make it an open forum, open night. If somebody would like to jump on, send me an email. I'm not going to put a link out here in the chat or anything like that. Have to maintain a little bit of control. So just send an email to tfamilyhomestead@gmail.com. Say, let me on, let me in, or whatever. Send you the link right back, and you can jump in. We can easily handle up to, I don't know, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we'll see who would like to make their voice heard. And we can talk about the good things starting to happen, like maybe starting to put the masks away, maybe some of the bad things that are going on. Apparently, a lot of wet weather out in the Louisiana area again. Louisiana and maybe Texas. I'm not sure where all it encompasses. I have been absolutely swamped here. See who all's in here. Homestead Rewind is in here. Big Dreams Homestead. Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. Trip H Farm. I haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing, Trip H? Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. Did I already say that? Perhaps City Girl Country Heart. Geeky Gardens. Ben's Over Acres. Duncan 1900. Hi, Brenda. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Linda Jacobs. Stronghold in Faith Farm. Who else we got in here? Did I say everybody? Maybe. Maybe not. Heavenly Dreams Gary Goats is in here. Jujubee. Thank you for stopping by here this evening. So let me check the email. All right. So we have somebody that's going to jump in here. Get a couple things out of the way. Hey. So again, how's everybody doing? I'll tell you, I am as I told everybody last week. Sherry and I made a decision that we have to redo our garden this year. It's too much. It's too much. And for those of you that have been following us, I think you all know that we've got a fair. It's too big of a garden for just two people, but well, that's what some people would say. I guess it doesn't compare to Danny and Wanda, but anyway, we have utilized, for the most part, Garden of Eden method, and it has worked very, very well for us. I can't tell you how many loads of wood chips we have been putting on the ground. It's been a huge number, And well, I maybe can tell you. We probably average, last year we had 2, 3, 4, 12. We had 15 yards of wood chips that we put on the ground last year. And that was probably the lightest load that we put on. That was probably the lightest load. And matter of fact, the back part of the garden, we've actually built that up. It's been built up over 3 foot from native ground. Okay, and let me do just a little bit of switching here. So we will and there we have Kyle in here. There's something else going on here, so let me get that straightened up. All right, we got Kyle in here. Kyle, go ahead and say something. I'm not hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All righty.
All right. So you're officially in. So folks that maybe don't know, this is Kyle. And where you been?
Well, as everybody knows, a few months ago we went out to Jason and Robin's for a week. And then shortly after we got back, we got 16 inches of snow on the ground, which was unheard of. During that snow, we had a girl come up and she saw somewhere on Facebook that we were considering selling our house. So she came up, asked us what we wanted for it. Hour after she left, we had a full price offer. So we sold. We have immediately turned around, bought new property. And the sad thing about the property is we have no cell service and no internet currently.
Oh, wow.
So we're kind of back in the middle of nowhere.
In other words, you bought property that doesn't have any value.
Well, it's nearly 10 acres that's fairly level with a year-round spring-fed creek on it. So I'm pretty happy, and we got it for a steal.
Well, that's all good. So where's the closest internet? I mean, is there no rural internet service providers out there? Or?
Well, there is, but there's the line of sight setup.
Yep.
That is available, but the problem is to get over the trees and get line of sight, I might have to put up a 150-foot tower.
Oh.
And that's just way out of the price range. So the plan right now is I went to Missouri here a couple weeks ago and picked up a 50-foot tower to get up. So in our cell booster, we do have a little bit of cell service now. We've got the WeBoost system, and we're able to make phone calls and send text, and we can send a video. It just, like a text video, it just takes 10 minutes to send 30 seconds of video.
Okay.
But we believe once we get this new tower put together and then put up, we should be able to get pretty good cell service. And then we're using I think it's called the Nighthawk system.
Okay.
It's I'd have to verify that. Lindsay and Jay from Homestead Homemaker. So that's what they use, and they live stream every week with it, and it does fantastic for them. So that's what we're going to give a try.
All right. And where is this property at?
Just outside of Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Okay, so you're in Arkansas.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, my tablet is messing with me.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
I'm not an iPad person, and company stuck me with an iPad. So, but currently I'm actually sitting in a rest area in Georgia. So I had to come out here for the few days and move some equipment from North Carolina down to Florida. So I can show you real quick what it is I'm doing and why I'm not having time. I don't know if you can see.
Oh,
but
you got something with tracks on back there.
Yeah, it's a feller buncher. So it's got a big tree cutting head. Got a big tree cutting head back here, grabs a hold of up to a 60-inch diameter tree and cuts it down.
60-inch?
Yep.
That's a pretty good sized tree.
Yeah, and this is our second to largest machine. We've got one bigger than this.
Wow. Well, that's pretty nuts.
So, but running oversized, I'm not allowed to run after dark, so I had to find a place and shut it down.
So they just got you parked alongside the road for now?
Well, I'm in a rest area.
Yeah. So, do you do a lot of traveling?
Not a whole lot. I'm normally not gone for more than 3 or 4 nights out of the month, but this was just kind of a special trip because we've got big job they just finished up in North Carolina and a big job down in Florida fixing to start. So I came out. I've got the heaviest truck and trailer, so I can haul 150,000 pounds. So we had 2 pieces of machinery out here that I'm the only one that had the weight capacity to haul.
Okay, and Stronghold Faith Farm, I have responded to your email, so you're good to go if you want to click on that link there. We'll get a couple people on here, see what's going on.
That's always fun.
So, well, if you're in Arkansas, how far north of all the flooding and stuff are you, or have you seen any of that's down? What, St. Charles got hit again pretty bad? Is that right?
Yeah, St. Charles got hit. I know Baton Rouge, parts of Baton Rouge are flooded. I'm good 8-hour drive from where all that is down there. So I will probably be headed down there within the next week or so. We've actually got an office just south of Baton Rouge.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But we're electrical contractors. So we go in and clear power lines for all the big transmission lines and such.
Okay.
So, and unfortunately with storm season, it's made it hard to get stuff built on the new property.
Well, I have noticed in this area anyway, there's been a tremendous amount of tree clearing alongside the highways, up and down power lines. I mean, it looks like they're widening the roads.
Well, a lot of federal grant money came available about middle, I think it was June, July last year.
Okay.
So when a lot of the power companies were able to get some of that federal grant money to clean the right-of-ways up, and it also did a lot of the highways and interstates.
I see.
So a lot of contracts were signed over the last 6 months.
Well, I know that, and I hate to say it because it looks like they're making a mess. I mean, they're just coming in there and chipping what's, and I understand that concept, but I mean, they're just leaving it a mess.
Yeah.
There's no cleanup.
We do the mulching everything down is depending on how it's mulched and how it's spread out, whether it looks good or looks bad. The company I work for, we really pride ourselves in making everything look really good. So it looks real good. And having that mulch down, one, it helps build the soil dramatically. So it actually is really good in the long run. But in the short term, it also cuts down on sapling growth. So we don't have to come back through there and trim trees as often.
Okay, Kyle, we got somebody else in here, so let's let them in the room here. It says they're joining, so they should be with us here shortly. Okay. And I'm strictly guessing, this must be Stronghold Faith Farm. I can't hear you. You're not. Yours is not. Yeah, you're muted. You are muted on your end, so you're going to have to unmute yourselves.
How about now?
There you go.
Ah!
There you go.
Took me a minute to figure it out, too.
All right. You're good to go now. All right. So this is Stronghold Faith Farm. And how are you doing? And where are you from? And say hello to everybody. And what's on your mind this evening?
Actually, right now, I'm just chilling with my puppies. I am in Centerville, Alabama.
Okay.
If you don't know where that is, I have no doubt y'all have heard of the Alabama Crimson Tide football team. I am 30 miles south of hometown Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
So,
okay.
We've got a lot of work going down in that area.
I wouldn't know. I don't ever go out if I can. Just we are just chilling right now because I have to get up like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting a glare off my glasses, so I gotta take them off. To take my husband to the spine doctor. We found out last week he has 2 radial fractures, one on his L5 and one on his L1 vertebrae.
Ooh.
Wow.
So, and yeah, he's actually at work right now. So, other than that, I've been planting my rear end off. Is anybody else planting?
You're welcome to come to our place and plant. We haven't got hardly anything in yet.
No, but you could stop by on your way back through and pick up some tomatoes. We started a bunch in the greenhouse, and then my husband, he just kind of went bonkers, and we wound up with over 300 tomato seedlings.
Whew. I think I've got some IBC beds that I built 2 years ago now, I think it is. And that's all that we've got planted this year. We've got 8 of those beds planted and I think 4 or 5 5-gallon buckets. So, and that's just all we're going to have time for this year. But I've got 9 acres to clear, so.
Okay,
Daryl said he was having to refigure his garden.
Oh, yeah, it's being completely obliterated. Farmer Brad, just so you know, I did send you a link if you'd like to join, especially talk about your business there. Say hello to some other people that are in here making lemonades from lemons.
I'm going to roll my windows down so I can get some airflow. If it gets loud, let me know and I'll roll them back up.
Okay.
Right now, there's nobody parked next to me, but you never know who's going to pull in.
Oh, well, when you're in the rest area there, that's the way it goes. Let's see who else we had.
You driving a flatbed, Kyle?
I pull a low boy.
Low boy? I drove
Yep.
over the road for 12 years. I drove dry box and reefers.
All right. I pulled a dry van for about 6 months and hated every minute of it.
And before anybody freaks out, when I say reefer, I do not mean the kind you smoke.
Well, nobody here would ever think such a thing.
I'm talking about refrigerated units, not the other kind.
No, I'm purely heavy haul. Right now, I'm sitting on 9 axles and a little over 140,000 pounds.
Ew. I turned the light out thinking it would help, but wasn't bright enough. So I quit driving OTR 10 years ago. I drove local for 5 years, and then I retired 5 years ago. So now all I do is chase pigs and chickens and run a garden. Oh.
Let me say hi to Christy Betts. I see you're in the chat. Is it BB Globe? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Say hi to you. And if I've missed anybody, it certainly is not, not by intent, but a lot that I'm going on here. Buttercup from Ireland. Hello, how are you doing? Farmer Brad, did you get my message? I did send you a link for the live stream if you'd like to join. If anybody would like to join the live stream and talk about what you got going on this year on your homestead, any problems that you got, something new you're trying this year, different plans, about the weather, about finally getting able to not have to wear masks, welcome it all. So just send an email to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com, and I will return your email with a link to join. And we can handle, probably 12 to 15 without too much trouble. You just have to be nice and in the chat, because you all be on the screen at the same time.
If anybody's asking me anything, I can't see it. I only have one item, one electronic right now, so I can't see what's in the chat.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, if somebody wants to, is ask a question, please do it in all caps. Thorhaven Farm, how are you doing? Grammy Karen, how are you doing? Haven't seen you since last week, I don't believe. Grammy Karen, City Girl, Country Heart, if either one of you two would like to join us up here, just shoot me an email. Thorhaven Farm, if you'd like to join us. Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, I did send you a link if you'd like to join.
Z. I'm wondering if anybody out there is having trouble with germination in tomato seeds, specifically cherry tomato seeds. We have gone through 5 packs of cherry tomato seeds, and
where are they from?
I've actually had different ones. We've had some from, the major box stores, Gertie's. Was it Perry Morris? And then we've had some from Baker Creek, and then I've had some from a local feed and seed. And for some reason, the cherry tomatoes just will not germinate this year.
Wow.
I mean, I've got every other, like I said, 300 tomato plants. We have Better Boys, we have Genovese, we have Roma, we have Amish Paste, we have Florentina, and Homesteader, and I think there's one other one out there I can't think of off the top of my head. But as far as cherry tomatoes, none of them germinated. I don't know what the deal was.
I've got some of our tomato plants planted. As I mentioned before, we're doing a complete remake on the garden, and we are going to container gardens. And I'm building 5-gallon buckets that are wicking, so I don't have to water them so often. And a new trellis system for the tomatoes. And they're growing like weeds. I don't have the garden ready yet, and these things are growing like weeds on the driveway.
Did you do a perlite wicking system, or?
Yeah, I use a lightweight my mix. I do my own mix, and it consists of peat moss, perlite. I use mushroom compost, and even a little bit of just potting soil. Potting mix, not soil. And the stuff is just growing like crazy. It's all pretty lightweight. And the person that has just joined us here should be coming up on your screen shortly is City Girl Country Heart has joined us. She's go ahead and say hello.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. You had to unmute too.
No, I wasn't muted. My computer was going. I had problems the other day going on a panel, and I had to get out of Chrome and go into Firefox, and then vice versa. It's been crazy. So how have you been doing, Daryl?
Oh, been doing pretty well. I see that Buttercup is saying it's 2:20 a.m. where she's at in Ireland.
Yeah, I'd be sound asleep by now.
Wow.
Well, I appreciate you being here. Sean in Alaska, if you'd like to jump on here, just shoot me an email. Hey, Sean. Shoot me an email, and we'll get you that link back.
Hi, CB.
So, Daryl, you're doing container gardens. Are you going to do anything with grow bags?
We have grow bags. I haven't gotten to them.
Now you sound like me.
I haven't gotten to them. But I've got, I think I've got about 15 or 20 grow bags here that we plan to incorporate out in the garden. But I'm taking what happened was the wood chips work so well. And we've utilized that on the ground for so long that the ground is just fertile as can be. And with our traveling that we did last year, we lost the handle on keeping the weeds out. They took over. And then over the winter and this spring, it was just ridiculous. And couldn't keep up, can't get ahead of it. So I'm chopping them all down, and we're going to have a naked surface for the. We're just going to put down the weed material like they have in a nursery, and use that for the garden. And then at the end of the year, we'll uncover it and let the ground do its thing, and then we'll recover it again next year.
Well,
go ahead.
A couple years ago, I had a friend of mine. His mom and dad lived a block away, and they had, the electric company here had the trees trimmed along the power lines, and they had 5 truckloads of wood chips dropped at their house. And his mom and dad said, I can get whatever wood chips I want. And they still say it. And so 2 years ago, my neighbor helped me. I was using my 55-gallon or 65-gallon rolling trash can to go get wood chips. My neighbor goes, what are you doing with all them? I said, I'm putting them making my garden bed and putting topsoil on top. He goes, let's take my truck and we'll go get it. We filled up his 8-foot bed of his pickup truck 2 times. And brought him up here, put him down, I smoothed him out and put dirt over top of him. Last year they got tilled in and my dirt was so nice. I got clay dirt out here, and it's a pain in the butt. But having the wood chips and the bags of topsoil that I put down helped a whole lot, along with the leaves from my trees and everything.
Be careful getting wood chips from power line clearings.
Oh, yeah.
So power companies are notorious for spraying a chemical known as arsenal on the trees as they're cutting. And if any of that gets in, it will migrate from the dry chips into the surrounding soil.
I've watched them as they're cutting, and they don't spray nothing on the trees.
Okay.
So I knew I was
sometimes, yeah, sometimes they'll spray before, sometimes they spray after, sometimes they never spray. But
well, I asked the one man, the guy that was in charge of the crew up on the next street when I saw him. I asked him, I said, when you get done doing these trees cleaned up at my house, I said, right around the corner, and he's like, yeah, and I said, do you spray anything on the trees? Do you put anything on wood chips? He goes, no, we're not allowed to. So, I was good to
that's
go.
good.
But, I mean,
just for anybody else, keep an eye on that. Cause
I got 2-year-old wood chips I can still get.
Well, let me acknowledge a couple of the people here. I see that Buttercup is here. Angel Cooper. I put in 3 raised beds for the first time this year. Well, that's a
awesome.
new experience. That's awesome. Fishes and Lowe's Life, thank you for stopping by. If y'all would like to jump on the screen,
Carol.
just send an email. Send an email to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. When I get that email, I will send you the link that you can actually just click on and join us.
Carol, come on up. You know you want to. Me and Carol and a bunch of others are always up on Courtney's live things together.
Wonder where Courtney's at tonight.
10 o'clock is her live.
Well, then she should not be busy now.
No.
Just saying.
I know I've had a lot of things going on. I'm starting my own business. I have to wait for a few things because I'm going to be my own boss soon. There's other things that are going on behind the scenes that will be coming out eventually. I've had my EEG for my epilepsy done last week, and I'm waiting to hear back from my neurologist when I go get my results, but I was able to see the results, some of the results on my chart online. And from what I'm seeing, everything's looking okay. I just need to get the results from my neurologist. And if she says everything's good and is willing to write a letter for a motor vehicle saying I can get my license, her and my regular doctors are going to back me. So I'll be able to go for my license. And if all goes well and the bank calls me back soon, I'll be working on trying to buy this property, the one next to me, and the 3 houses.
Well, I wish you well.
Thanks.
Wish you well.
In the long run, this is where we're at now is temporary. If all goes well, the next year or so, we'll be at another property. So, fingers crossed. And I think it will.
Just don't sell your house and move and
I've got
30 days to clear out a complete farm is not any fun. I can promise you that. And we went to raw virgin land.
Yeah, the small trailer behind my house is a 1-bedroom trailer, and a friend of mine, I told him, I said, it needs work. It needs a hot water tank hooked up, the tub, put in the bathroom, flooring some kind of flooring put on top of the plywood flooring. And he goes, well, I know how to do all that. And he goes, just get the electrical here, and I'll fix up the rest. I was like, okay. And he goes, when time comes, we'll work out how much you want rent, and he goes, I'll rent it from you.
So
Because this way you don't have to worry about doing the yard yourself. I'll cut the yard for you. And anything you need help with, I'll help you. I was like, okay. So if all this works out and he can get in there, I'm going to have him help me work on the trailer next door, on the next yard. And this way, once that's done, my kids and I can move in. Fix that. My kids and I will move into there, and I'll fix this up to rent this out. And when eventually we move somewhere else, I'll have all 3 houses rented.
So you're just building a compound.
No. I definitely want to be on a bigger property.
So Kyle, are you living in your camper now, or what's the deal there?
Yeah, we went from 1,840 square foot house and a 30 by 40 shop to a 25-foot fifth wheel.
Oh, wow.
So, and I don't know if y'all saw the video where I went over it about 8 months ago. Actually, I guess about 9-10 months ago now. Our camper was hit by lightning. So it fried the air conditioner, the hot water heater, the refrigerator, the furnace, the power converter. I replaced the power converter, so we have lights and everything. But the slide out, the control box for the slide out and the jacks fried. So now I have to carry a battery over there, crawl up underneath the camper, and hook jumper cables straight to the motors to run the slide out in and out, which we're set up permanent, so it's not a big deal. But just run it out and done. But we ended up, we're hoping to break ground on the house sometime here in the next couple months. And knew we were going to have all new appliances anyways. So we went ahead, ran down to Plyler's Home Center in Glenwood and bought all new appliances. And then I got a 27-foot box trailer, bumper pull box trailer. And camper sitting here, and the box trailer is 90 degrees to the back of the camper. So you can just walk out of the camper straight into the box trailer. And I've set that box trailer up as a full kitchen with residential appliances and a full bathroom in the back of it.
Wow.
So it's really helped out a lot. We've got the 2 freezers in there, full-size refrigerator, full-size electric range, dishwasher, kitchen sink, everything.
Nice.
So, and I have been videoing all of it, but
hello, Darren.
Well, that was going to be the next question. Sounds to me like you got some video gold there. But you got to.
I do. I have to have time to sit down and edit. I've been so busy at work. I'm averaging 60 to 70 hours a week at the day job, and then come home and try to get stuff done. And I don't have time to edit, and I've got one video done, and I actually tried to upload it last night. I was actually parked next to a hotel, and I logged onto their internet, but I couldn't get enough service to get it loaded. I downloaded it to my phone, and I tried uploading it off my phone one day, and I couldn't get that to work. I think we're just kind of out on videos right now until we get internet, which hopefully won't be but 2-3 more weeks.
Down Under Farm and Forge. Good evening. Glad to see you. You made it. Hey, if you'd want to jump on the I don't know why people call it a panel, but we'll call it a panel. If you want to jump on the panel here tonight, send us an email, tfamilyhomestead@gmail.com. I'll send you the link. You can.
All we need now is him and Jason.
Yeah.
One's enough.
Hey, Kyle, you were talking about your trailer got hit by lightning?
Well, the trailer itself didn't get hit. We actually had a tree on the far side of the house got hit, and it traveled the power line out to my shop, and the camper was plugged into the shop. So I lost one computer in the house. I lost 2 computers and 2 TVs in the shop, and then all the damage to the camper.
Wow.
So it fried 2 motors on my CNC machine.
Please tell me insurance covered all that for you.
No, I could have done a homeowner's claim, but we had like a $2,500 deductible, and
His audio left.
Lost your audio.
sorry, Tasha was calling in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and you didn't answer? You gonna be in trouble.
No, I'll text her real quick.
Oh, he just clicks out. Bye, I've got.
No, I'll be there. Hold on.
He's still connected. He's cool. All right.
Kyle, were you able to take any of your elderberries over to the new property?
No, we were too late in the season to be able to get good cuttings. So, but I did make a deal with the new owners, and this coming winter, we're going to be going over there and getting all the cuttings we want.
Awesome.
So we're out of the elderberry for 1 year, but they're not going to do anything with them. It's so sad. The orchard was just really getting good and established, and now they're not going to do anything with it. So
yeah, the one elderberry cutting that I had left from Patrick from Breakaway Homestead, I had it at the front of the yard by the mailbox, and it wasn't doing that great. I dug it up and I put it in the raised bed where I have the 4 cuttings from Restored Homestead, which have put out a bunch of babies. And it's actually doing really good, and I'm starting to get new shoots from it already.
Okay. All right, Daryl, I'm going to have to jump off here. Tasha's asking me to give her a call. I'll come back here in just shortly.
All right.
Okay.
You got the link. All right. So, Down Under Farm and Forge, shoot me an email. We'll send you the link. You can jump in here, say hello to everybody, tell everybody what's going on in your neck of the woods.
It's hot.
Well, he's out of Australia.
It's really hot.
Yeah. No, they're actually in their fall right now.
It stays hot over there even in the fall. It don't ever get cool. Now, I was asking about the grow bags, Daryl, because that's what we've had to switch to this year.
He said, give him a minute. He's making coffee.
Coffee?
He's making himself. He's making coffee so he can have coffee to drink while he's on here. He said, give me a text, send me an email, but need to make coffee. So he's making coffee before he comes up here.
Oh.
How I understand all that, I don't know. I have a bunch of friends that live over in Australia, and one of them I met in a soap making group, and her and I have been friends ever since. And her and I have overlapped over the years of being friends. Her and I have gone and talked of all the different ways they say things over there, and the different way how stuff there is different from here.
I'm assuming I'm still connected.
You are still
yes,
here.
Kyle.
You are here.
All right.
But,
real quick, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Terry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Tasha wanted me to call her, and I figured go ahead and let all y'all know. Sure, a lot of y'all follow her on Facebook and know about her weight loss journey she's been on.
She's doing
So
great.
since October last year, she's down just over 100 pounds since October.
Fantastic.
And as of part of her weight loss journey has been really diving deep into fitness. And as of 10 minutes ago, she just passed her exam to become a certified personal trainer.
Awesome! Congratulations.
Fantastic.
She just got the email she passed.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
That's great. That's wonderful.
So now I think she's going to start making me exercise more.
Well, somebody's got to get after you, I guess.
And I think she just logged in.
So you better be quiet or she's going to get you
Hey,
down.
Tasha, congratulations! Kyle just told us. That's awesome.
Well,
on everything.
you,
Weight
you
loss.
do
and everything.
you do know that if she sends me an email, I have to send her the link.
Come on up, Tasha.
You're just all down in the crap now, Kyle.
I don't know if she'll have enough service to be able to stream, but guess we can give it a try.
I was talking to you about the lightning strike because
Oh,
you said that, and my truck actually got hit by lightning in a rainstorm one time,
oh,
and it ran from the trailer to the reefer unit through the pigtail into the truck,
Oh
Ooh.
wow.
and I was
Wow.
like a dead stick, little bitty 2-lane U.S. highway from Denver down to Texas. Yeah, it was not a fun ride.
I
And
bet
then
not.
I was talking to Daryl about the grow bags, and if anybody else is doing it, I've ordered several different ones, different sizes, because we thought we would be able to build raised beds at an angle because everything about 12 feet from our house goes downhill in all directions. And it's just not working right. The angles of them and trying to get them the right depth and everything. So we've changed tactics to now we're just getting grow bags.
You know what you can do? Because it is on a slope, and I've seen family and friends in West Virginia do this. Cut out part of that, so you can make it flat, so it's like inserted into the hill,
Yeah.
and do it like that, and it actually works really good.
I would love to terrace it. Anybody got a tractor I can borrow?
My tractor would be a shovel.
That's all I got is a shovel, and I ain't about to terrace 2 acres with no shovel.
No, I wouldn't do that. I flipped over my garden 2 years ago, a 10 by 40 garden with a shovel and pitchfork, twice, and then my neighbor tilled it.
I don't know if any of y'all follow Justin Rhodes or not, but he just put out a video that Kubota's blessing him with the tractor and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that one
and a
yet.
side by side. And
I saw that
awesome.
one. He put out several this week. He got didn't get news he wanted to from his doctor.
yeah.
It was something about
his heart.
Yeah, it's something about enlarged around his heart.
Yeah, he's got some enlargement of stuff around his heart, and they've got to mess with his medicines for that. And him having Lyme's disease does not help. I know someone that has that, and she suffers all 24/7 with that.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, hey, Tasha, if you'll check the farm email, there's a link in there from Daryl if you want to come on the live.
Gax, what is your name?
Who?
You?
You mean my YouTube name or my real name?
Real name.
You.
Brandy.
Okay.
Anybody here old enough to know the 1970 song from The Looking Glass? Brandy, you're a fine girl.
I don't. Is she trying to make me feel good?
I've
What?
heard it.
I'm not trying to make
you
you feel old. How do you think I feel? My mom was a hippie and named me after that.
Hey, it could have been a worse name. Think about it.
I actually have the 45, the original one. I have it packed up in my memory box.
That's cool.
Unfortunately, I lost hundreds of 45s years ago. So I don't have any of that stuff anymore. I used to have a bunch of them. But, no, I graduated in 70, so. All right, we got somebody stopping in.
That's the only one I have, but.
Let's see what happens here. We're going to see if Tasha can join or not. Yeah.
Depends on how the wind's blowing, whether there's enough service.
All right. Well, she has joined. It looks like we
I'm
have
trying.
voice,
We
maybe
hear you,
video.
Tasha.
Sorry, I don't look too great today. I've been studying.
There she
Can y'all
is.
see me?
There
Yes,
she
we
is.
see you. I like your hair. It looks good.
Oh, thank you. I don't look too great today. I've been studying all day, so.
Hey, I've been following your weight loss journey, and girl, I can say I am so proud of you. You look great. You've done awesome.
Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
been a journey, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I need to work on my weight because I'm not at a weight where I'm comfortable. I want to lose at least 20 or 30 pounds where I know I'm at a comfortable weight and I can handle that. And my
Yeah.
body won't creak and pop and say,
You can
"You're
do
not
it."
moving." I know. I just need to get it done. I've got a lot going on right now with work and everything. I'm gonna be becoming my own boss soon. So
Yeah.
I'll be going from limited 40 hours a week to however much the company will allow me to work. So I could be doing 60, 70 hours a week.
Let me say hello to Darren, and then I have a question for Tasha.
Hello, Darren.
So Tasha, can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. Are you using any special diet type thing, or how are you accomplishing this remarkable feat?
Good. That's a very good question. Yes, I do use a very strict diet. I eat very lean meat, mostly chicken. As y'all all know, I had gastric sleeve done. But gastric sleeve does not make you lose the weight. That's a very big misconception from other people.
Right.
Gastric sleeve just reduces the size of your stomach and allows you to be more obedient because you have no room for error. So, Daryl, I think you know pretty much about that. I think your wife had it too.
She had the sleeve, and then she went back for the R and Y or.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do that.
And the reason for that was she was having gas problems, GERD,
yeah.
and so that was to eliminate that, and that's what she's struggling to overcome right now. That's why she has just been down now for going on a month.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that do that. I've done very good with my diet and exercising, and water intake. I'm working more on the water intake, but having such a small stomach, it's really hard to get the water intake in and be able to get all your proteins too. So that's one of the things I struggle with. But I'm working on it. I'm getting more and more. I'm getting better and better at it. But my diet is very high protein diet. Low carbs. I don't do no carbs. Some people say no carbs, but carbs is there's some good carbs and there's bad carbs. You know, if you go out and eat fried chicken, of course that's going to be a bad carb. But if you choose like some avocados or something like that, you know, that kind of helps with the weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am a distributor for Herbalife. So I use Herbalife products.
Okay.
And that helps me keep my cravings under control.
Okay, so everybody out there, here's your Herbalife distributor right here.
My dad used to do that. The Herbalife, yeah.
Yeah.
And the stuff works really well.
It does. It does.
I tried it for about a year when I was 18 because I had gotten really heavy. The heaviest after before my heaviest was 200. And my heaviest after my son was born 2 years after that was 233. And I'm trying to stay under 180.
Well, Herbalife is good for keeping your cravings at bay. because, you know, you can get the chocolate, you can get vanilla, you can get strawberry, you can get different kinds, different flavors that actually help you with not wanting and grabbing chocolate as you shouldn't grab, or grabbing sweet drinks, or grabbing, you know, stuff that it's not good for you.
Like this.
So
Well, that's just incredible. I think you've done a fantastic job.
yeah, I think that's sugar.
Just
Yeah.
done a fantastic job. Darren, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, mate. Yourself?
Well, not too bad. I'm here. I'm so far behind I can't catch up.
How's Miss Sherry doing?
She's doing better, but she's still down and ornery.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to take the ornery away.
That might just make her worse, because now she can't be up all the time.
But no, she's getting better. It's a long, slow process.
Yeah.
It's a long, slow process.
I had a friend of mine from high school years ago. It's probably been 7, 8 years now. Well, she had surgery a few years before, and she had that bandage on her stomach done. And she had gotten an infection in her stomach like 7, 8 years ago. They had to do emergency surgery, and she was in the hospital for like 4 months. And after they did the surgery to get the infection out, they had to leave her open and all gauzed up, because just to keep changing that gauze every 20 minutes, she was bad. She almost did not make it.
Well, let me also acknowledge here in the chat, Rusty Pepper. How are you doing this evening? Good to see you in here. And I don't know if I missed anybody else.
How you doing, Rusty Pepper?
Glance back through here. Think I have mentioned pretty well everybody else. If I haven't, I'm sorry. Fishes and Loaves Life, yes. Everybody misses Sherry.
Yes, we do. But it's good to see that every now and then that she does post on Facebook.
Yeah, she does.
On people's stuff.
She does. You know, it would be cruel and unusual punishment if I took the phone away from her.
Oh, she'd kill you.
You're not that brave.
No,
you are not that brave.
Nope.
I'm going to jump in here and say good night, everybody.
Good night.
I got to head off to bed so I can get up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. God bless y'all. Okay, how do I get out of here?
There should be a red thing at the bottom of the right-hand side of the screen that says leave.
Well, I found the mute. Oh, I got it.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Already Mountain Week, everybody misses seeing Sherry. But I do have
she's
some
still
really
here.
good news. My neighbor's dad that had the car accident a month or so ago, I went and saw him today, and he looks good. They say he should be walking on his own in 3 months. He wishes it was 3 weeks. But, he's got braces on his legs. He can bend his legs. And when I was working on some stuff for dinner earlier, I looked out my kitchen window and his son and wife put him out on the porch, and his son gave him a haircut. So it was good seeing him outside getting a haircut for the first time, him being home.
Okay, so Darren, over in your neck of the woods, you're moving into fall time? Not hearing you.
Can't hear you.
We're just about into winter.
Just about in the winter. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have a like snow and things like that, or are your winters warmer?
No snow for me. I get the occasional frost, mainly just rain and cold, wet, miserable weather.
Okay.
So when are you moving to the States?
At the moment, it's up in the air.
Well, how about how is the mask situation and that over in Australia? They're starting.
We don't need to wear a mask pretty much at all.
Okay.
We're back to 0 cases again, and that keeps changing.
Okay, but for right now, pretty much you don't need to wear a mask. They don't have you locked down. They allow you to move around.
No, pretty much we're free to travel within the country, and they're looking at opening a transport hub to New Zealand. But that's not where I want to go, so it really means nothing.
Okay. Can you use it as a stepping stone, like go to New Zealand and from New Zealand go?
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, just thought I'd ask.
That'd be awesome if you could.
So I got a question. Who all is going to be at Life Conference this year?
Not me. I'm hoping to do that next year.
We are going to be there.
I think if there's tickets still available, we're going to try to come. And I haven't talked to Tasha yet, but I hope we can do the potluck again like we did a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's best to speak to the Minister of War and Finance before you get on a live on.
Yeah. It's not like dropping the ball on the live.
Well, and speaking of conferences and meetups and all that kind of stuff, I believe that the BUCKEYE SIZZLER is going to be postponed because it was originally scheduled to be here in just a couple more weeks, and Sherry's not well enough yet, and we're just gonna have to push it back. We're just gonna have to push it back.
Sherry's health comes first.
But we will be at Life Conference, and we will be at the Kentucky Picnic, and there's a possibility of another event. I don't know if we're going to make it to the Homesteader. I'm being told nope. We're not going to go to Homesteader. And did you come up with any kind of dates or? Yeah. End of October, beginning November, something like that for the BUCKEYE SIZZLER. So we'll have like a fall SIZZLER, which may work out absolutely better because the gardening season will be more over. I mean, right now everybody is just swamped. They're busy. So
we have talked about the live conference. We just haven't set anything in stone yet. But I think the only things we're planning on trying to do this year is a live conference, and possibly there's a sawmill meetup in Mississippi next month. So but I think that's the only things we're going to do this year.
What animals do you guys want to get on your new property?
We've got so much going on.
Right now, all we've got is chickens, but beyond that, I'm not sure. I'm actually potentially working a deal with our neighbor to possibly run some cattle with him. He's got like 600 acres, makes an L shape around us.
Nice.
So I'm talking with him about possibly running some cattle and some moving chicken coops and a rotational grazing over there on his land.
That'd be nice.
Cool. So, but all that's up in the air right now. The whole valley that we're in is real densely wooded. It was logged about 30 years ago, and so we've just got tons of little saplings. The property that we bought was actually cleared, 15, 16 years ago now, I think, and it was all maple. So we've got just thousands of little 3 to 6 inch maple saplings.
Wow.
Most areas you can't hardly even walk through it. So, but there is a power line that runs down one side of the property, so that gives us some clearing already. And then I brought some machinery home, a pretty large skid steer from work last week, and cleared from the hillside from the house site down to the creek. So I'll get some stuff up on Instagram next day or two from that.
So you're gonna try? Do you have any maple trees that are big enough to tap for maple syrup?
No, these aren't. These are silver maple, not sugar maple.
Okay.
So I cut one down the other day, and I was excited to cut it down because it was extremely large. It was just horrible location where it was at. It was potentially going to be falling on the house when we build the house. And then also it had some previous storm damage up in the top. And I cut it down and like to cry whenever I saw the entire heart of it was rotted out.
Oh no.
It was about 3 inches thick all the way around. The entire center was rotted out. I was really wanting to put that on the sawmill and get some good slabs out of it.
Kyle, you know you can actually tap any type of maple tree for syrup.
I did not know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can tap any type of tree for any type of maple tree for syrup.
Well, I may have to look into that because we have a lot of them.
I think Lumna Acres taps silver and sugar. I think they got both on the property they're on now. The new property, which is like over 500 acres. I don't know what all they got on there.
I mean, the sugar maple is the highest producer.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure how many big ones we have left, but even if we could just get a little bit, it'd be awesome.
If they're 12 inches in diameter or bigger, drill holes.
Yeah.
I will be looking into that very soon.
Yeah, I think you're you missed it for this year, but you're certainly all set for next spring.
Yeah, the question is, will I have time to do it by next spring?
Well,
Probably not.
Well, Tasha can just run out there and she can put buckets on them.
I've been taking care of over 100 poultries.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
We have over 100 birds right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're about half of those are getting butchered next weekend.
Yep.
So are they meat or egg breeds?
What was that, Darren?
Are they meat or egg breeds?
Meat.
Meat.
Cool.
So, and then we got a bunch of guineas and a few ducks and some of those jerks known as geese.
Hey, my goose name is Jerkface.
We're mean. I was going to be getting meat birds ordering some next weekend, but some plans have changed because the idiot that owns this property around the big trailer without let's see, because I was letting the grass and weeds grow, and I was going to have my neighbor cut it down so it was nice and thick, and I was going to build a tractor for him, and recently they sprayed a whole bunch of weed killer, and in 2 days it went from nice dark green to yellow and dying. So now I have to rethink where I'm going to put the meat birds I get, so I'm going to get like 20.
I see that the white picket fence has joined us here, so I wanted to say hi to them. I don't know when you joined, but I want to make sure that we acknowledge you there.
We've got all of our birds right now are just free range. so we lock them up in the coop at night. But this land that we moved on, I don't think anybody has really even been on the property in over a decade, other than neighbors hunting on it. But it's just overgrown, and the ticks are so thick on the property, so that we've just had a nightmare with dealing with ticks. So that was a big reason behind getting as many birds as we have.
Yeah.
So it's just to do the best to decimate the tick population, and they've done their job.
Yep.
That's good.
When we're not hardly getting any ticks on us now. And I gave Achilles a bath today when I was in town. I went by one of them dog groomers, where you can bathe them yourself. And I found 4 ticks on him. That was it. And
That's good.
We were covered in ticks. Every night we come in, we were picking 10, 15, 20 ticks off of us. Just one person a night. I mean, it was horrible.
So the guineas made a heck of a difference. Is that what you're saying?
The guineas made a difference, which they're still pretty young. But believe it or not, the Cornish cross
Really
have actually done probably the vast majority of the work. So now as they've gotten older, they've done less and less and less because, they don't move but about 5 foot at a time now. And they got to sit down and take a break. Okay. But Tasha has this bad addiction to chickens. I can say that since I'm 900 miles away right now.
No, it's not a bad addiction.
You're out of arm length, so you can say it.
Yeah.
But the bad part is she walks into the local farm store at Woods, and they know her by first name. They escort her back to the chicks. Because she has this habit of going in. She goes in the day before they get their next shipment, and she'll just look and say, "I'll give you $1 for every bird you got." Okay.
Kyle, you do know you need to go home to get milk at some stage.
Well, after being gone for 5 days straight, she'll be happy I'm home, so maybe I won't get slapped.
Sure.
Hey, you don't know how many I have in the incubator right now.
I have eggs in my incubator. I was given a dozen eggs by my neighbor down the street, and they were all growing and doing good. I don't know what happened with the other incubator I had. I put them in lockdown, and I had one hatch, and like 38 hours later, it passed away. So they gave me a dozen more eggs. A couple of them were way too dirty to even put in the incubator. And, so I got rid of them. I put one of my hen's eggs in. And I keep getting yelled at because I keep looking at them. And I checked a few of them today, and there's little chicks in there. So I'm not going to touch them until they go on lockdown.
We had put 40 guinea eggs in the incubator, and just right at a week after putting them in, we had a real bad power outage. We were out for like 14 hours.
Oh, wow.
And we went ahead and left them in the incubator, and we got down to about 10 days left, and we went to candling, and we lost every one of them.
Oh, wow.
So, but the guy we got the guinea eggs from, he actually didn't care, and he said, "I don't care why you lost them. Come get more." So, I guess right after I left out of town, Tasha went and, I guess yesterday, she went and picked up 40 more to put back in the incubator.
Yep. I love guineas. I love chickens, turkeys.
So
40.
So in the chat here, Albany Mountain Homestead.
I like my sanity, Tasha.
You say you need some nut trees. What kind of nut trees are you looking for? Are you looking to grow walnut trees or some other type of pecans maybe, or peanuts, or? Darren, you got anything new going down your way?
Not really, mate. Things are slowing up. More time in the forge than the garden now.
Y'all let me know if that got loud. I had to start my truck. I need some air conditioning going.
Oh, I can understand. We can see it starting to drip. Wow, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of warm. I'm over here right on the eastern seaboard of Georgia, so.
Yeah, it's very humid today in the South. Very humid.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks. We've been on.
And he has a big load on, so he can't get into a hotel or anything.
Yeah.
So he has to spend the night in a sleeper.
I'm sure hotels cater for bigger guys.
Yeah, you're lucky you're in Australia.
Darren, I think you
Do
missed
what?
it. I
couldn't
showed
hear what
them
he
what I
said.
was hauling earlier. So I've got right now I'm sitting just a little over 140,000 pounds hauling a big feller buncher. So I'm nearly 12 foot wide, 140,000 pounds, and 98 foot long.
I thought a big load on just talking about your weight, mate. Sorry.
Oh, I know.
All right, well, folks, we've been on an hour and 20 minutes or so here, and I know that.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to jump off here. My service is not very great, so.
Well, but it did work.
I don't think it's gonna let me.
It did work some. I mean, we got a picture of you here, and your voice is coming through. So.
Well, that's good. It's really freezing up on my end. Like I'm hearing like every other word somebody is saying.
Okay. Well, thank you for stopping on, and congratulations on your personal trainer thing. And,
congrats.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All that.
All right.
Thank you, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay. Terry, you got any last thoughts here?
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Tasha.
Just don't give up on your dreams, because you never know what's going to happen in your life. That'll change a lot of things and make a whole bunch of plans that you have for your life turn good.
Okay. Kyle, any last thoughts here while you're traveling?
Keep it between the mayo and the mayonnaise.
Darren, thank you so much for jumping on all the way from down under.
We don't want to know your last thoughts.
He hasn't asked me.
He's smarter than that.
All right. All right. I'll open the door. Last thoughts here.
All right. Remember, when the weather gets cold outside, you can go in the garage and get it hot and hammer away.
Ah, so he's doing some forge talking.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the States, you need to come to Arkansas, and I will take you down to Old Washington State Park to the original Jim Bowie blade shop where the original Bowie knife was made.
Nice.
That's contentious, mate, as to whether it was made there by resin or whether it was another one.
No, it was made by James Black.
Well, resin says he made the first one. Resin Bowie.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say
the original's a coffin handle. I know exactly where it's at.
I want to say thanks to all of our moderators that are out here. Special thanks to those Smudges Pack members. If you'd like to be a member of Smudges Pack, you can just click that join button down below. We'd love to have you. With that, we're going to let everybody off for the evening, and we will see everybody next week. So take care, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Remember, do something today that makes tomorrow better than yesterday. Take care. Bye-bye.